10 years ago, a mother and a brother, family members, classmates, and community members were all deeply saddened at the news that Sandrine Ashley Craig was killed in a bus accident. The grief was not just deep, but it was widespread. In the wake of that tragedy, something remarkable happened. People pulled together. Friends supported Diane and Kenny the best way they knew how. And the generosity of Sandrine's spirit lived on through the decisions and the actions of her mom and her brother.
I'm Ken Craig, Sandrine's brother, and it's unbelievable to think that it's been 10 years already. And when you're setting up for one of these events and you're remembering all the stories, it's one thing, but the greatest impact emotionally comes from seeing all of you. And and that said, I'm very thankful to have you all here today, so thank you.
Sandrine has left an important legacy since her life was cut tragically short. But in the decades since her death, she has become a symbol for hope for those people waiting on wait lists for organ transplants, people who believe that through an organ donation, they may receive extended life. Sandrine herself was the gift of life for 6 people who, thanks to the generosity and kindness of her family, received her organs. She was only 11 years old, as we've learned, when she passed away, yet she taught us all and continues to teach us all an important lesson: the importance of helping others. And it is that legacy that will continue for years to come. As we today here reflect on her gift, it is worth noting that transplantation is a unique medical treatment, as it depends entirely on the altruistic donations of organs. And it depends on people such as Diane and Ken, who in the midst of an unimaginable grief, reach out to others, to people they've never met and do not know, and make that greatest of all decisions to give the greatest of all gifts.
With the initial founding of Sandrine's gift, and since then, Diane has worked tirelessly to raise awareness of the importance and need for organ and tissue donation here in Ontario. She has helped show us that it isn't just a nice thing to do, to sign your donor card to agree to a donation. It's the right thing to do. And I'm proud to say, in the last year, here in Ontario, there were 903 lives saved because of transplantation. Thousands more benefited from tissue donation. And yet, there is still much more to be done. In our province alone, today, there are almost 1,700 people. Many more people than are under this tent today. 1,700 people awaiting the gift of life. In Canada, 4,000 people awaiting the gift of life, looking for a family like the Craigs, generous enough to give them that life-saving gift of an organ. In Ontario, every 3 days, we lose someone from that waiting list who dies. These are people who are very ill, who are close to death, and their life can only be extended if they get the gift of transplantation. And you know, it doesn't have to be this way. As Dr. Scher has mentioned, the solution lies within all of us.
This person is Sandrine's heart and lung recipient. An article was written in the Chatelaine magazine. And this amazing woman recognized herself and contacted the Chatelaine. We didn't meet right away. We had to think about it. It was not an easy decision for us at first. And then, as years went by, we realized that recipients had a need to say thank you. And we were finally prepared and ready to meet Anna.
I was born with a congenital heart problem, and as I got older, my heart was failing, and it affected my lungs. And because of this, it was difficult for me to do any kind of physical activity. Towards the end, it was hard for me to walk, climb my stairs to go to bed, and even talk, hence the double lung and heart transplant. But 10 years ago, God sent me my miracle through Sandrine. Her little heart and lungs found their new home in me. I remember lying in ICU and the doctors telling me that the surgery went well. I didn't understand why they were saying this to me because the heart and lungs that I had felt so natural, like they've been there my whole life. And as each day went by, I got stronger physically and healthier. I was now able to walk and keep up with my husband and everybody else. Actually, now I think they have a hard time keeping up with me. I was so excited because now I could do all the things I used to do and not get short of breath. When I was discharged from the hospital, I would have dreams of a little blonde girl, but I could never place the face. I was never curious about my donor. I was just very grateful to the family for making the decision of donating their loved one's organs. I would never forget this gift of life. I will always try to honor my donor's life every chance I get. Then 9 months later, my husband came across this article in the magazine, Shadow Lane, and it was about my donor. I didn't believe him until I read the article. I was pleasantly surprised, so I wrote the editor in hopes of him writing a follow-up that organ donations really do work. He asked me if I wanted to meet Sandrine's family, and I told him that it was up to her mother and not me. He did show me a picture of her, and I was stunned. That little face I couldn't place from my dreams. I finally did, and I told the editor about that dream. One day the editor called me up and told me that Sandrine's mother, Diane, was ready to meet me. So we did. I knew Diane right away. The heart beating in me knew exactly who she was. I'm so happy that I finally met the woman who gave me my second chance at life.
There are so many joys in life, so many gifts to share. A heart that beats so strong and true will be beating there, because a little girl cared. The gift of life, Sandrine's gift of life. She made the world a better place, put a smile on everyone's face with her gift of life. Sandrine's memory will live on and echo down through the years. Because of her, we all will share a purpose for our tears. The gift of life, Sandrine's gift of life. She made the world a better place, put a smile on everyone's face with her gift of life. Her gift of life, with her gift of life.